TikTok was on the edge of being banned in America, and then Trump swooped in with a deal that nobody saw coming. But what's actually inside this deal, and who really benefits? The US, China, or Trump himself? Let's break it down. In today's video, we're diving into one of the biggest political tech dramas of the decade, TikTok's survival in the United States. Trump has announced a deal with China to let TikTok stay alive, but behind the headlines, there's a messy story of politics, money, and influence. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll know why this deal might not be as simple as TikTok saved. TikTok's future in the US has been hanging by a thread. Lawmakers from both parties accused it of being a Trojan horse for Beijing, spying on Americans, manipulating opinions, and pushing propaganda. Congress passed legislation forcing ByteDance, TikTok's Chinese parent company, to sell off its US stake or face a nationwide ban. Trump, who once wanted TikTok gone during his first term, suddenly flipped his stance. Now, he's the one saving TikTok, announcing a deal with China to allow the app to stay. Trump said he'd personally confirmed the agreement with President Xi Jinping. Reports from the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times suggest Chinese ownership in TikTok would shrink to less than 20%. The official line from China's People's Daily was that this was cooperation for mutual benefit. Trump signed an executive order extending the deadline for divestment until December 16th. That means TikTok avoids the ban, for now. Trump gave a very Trump-style explanation. Parents and kids begged him not to kill TikTok. He even joked that he'd be in big trouble with America's youth if he banned it. But there's more here than teenage dance videos. Trump knows TikTok is powerful. It has over 170 million American users, and he's credited the app with helping him win young voters in the 2024 election. So saving TikTok isn't just about kids and memes, it's about politics and power. But here's the real problem. This deal raises more questions than it answers. What concessions did China actually get in return? If ByteDance still holds even a 20% stake, is TikTok really safe from Beijing's influence? And is Trump using this as a bargaining chip or even as a political tool to keep a grip on young voters? Experts aren't convinced. Yan Liang, an economics professor, put it bluntly. Trump has the interest to keep TikTok running for his personal political gain. Let's zoom out. TikTok isn't just some fun app. It's a global battleground for data, influence, and free speech. National security concerns. Both Democrats and Republicans argue TikTok could funnel data to the Chinese Communist Party. That fear led to the bipartisan push for a ban. Free speech. Concerns. Critics of the ban say it's an overreach, a form of censorship based on speculation. Ryan Kalo, a tech policy expert, argued that banning TikTok over what-ifs is un-American. Rule of law issues. The deal Trump struck doesn't follow Congress's official process. Instead, it's Trump creating his own timetable, as critics put it. That sets a dangerous precedent. And here's another twist. Trump's business network. Some of the companies interested in buying TikTok have strong ties to Trump's circle. That raises eyebrows about whether this is really about national security or about who cashes in on TikTok's billions. So what we have is this. TikTok lives to fight another day, but the cost is a messy political compromise. Anupam Chanda, a law professor, summed it up best. It's fair for TikTok users to wonder if their content will now change to reflect the politics of TikTok's new owners. In other words, TikTok might still be TikTok, but the question is, for how long and under whose influence? At face value, this deal looks like a win-win. Trump keeps the app alive. China gets to keep a stake. Kids keep dancing. But behind the curtain, this is a power play. It's about elections, geopolitics, and the fight over who controls the future of social media. TikTok isn't just entertainment. It's a battlefield where national security, free speech, and political influence collide. And the deal announced this week is just one chapter in a much bigger story. Like and subscribe for more such videos.